We welcome everyone in. We welcome you in. We want to welcome everyone in. We're so excited that you guys are here tonight. We're always excited that you're here, but you guys are in for a treat tonight. You guys are really in for a treat tonight. Just remember, when we get information, we share it out because we are trying to help our seniors, and not just seniors alone, but we're trying to help everyone to save a dollar when they can. And this is going to help you quite a bit. I hope you take it and share it out. And I hope you, once I'm finished broadcasting, I will send it out to everyone because it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on. Okay, so I'm doing it tonight. I'm doing it live on YouTube, and I'm going to be live on Facebook as well. Okay, so those two platforms I'm going to be live on, so everyone knows. It is 6:32. Beverly, can you hear me? Beverly, can you hear me? Miss Joan Edgel.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, Miss Beverly, can you open us up in prayer, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Heavenly Father, you're a mighty God. You're a loving God. And we just thank you that you brought us here together, oh God, to share information that can help us, oh Father. So, Father, I'm asking that you will let your light shine within us, oh God, that everything we hear on this line and everything that is said, oh God, it will edify us and it will bring glory to you. So, Father, I ask you to bless the person who is going to impart this information to us. And bless all that is on the line right now, oh Father. And we glorify your name and we thank you, oh Father, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Amen, 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 amen. Hello, connectors. Hello, connectors. Make sure you have yourself muted so everyone will get the value that they came here for, and there's no distraction or anything like that. But you are on live, and you are on live. This is no filter, no script. That means we don't have a script or anything that we go by. We come and we find resources for you. Wherever we can find a resource, we find it, and we invite speakers on. Every Monday we invite speakers on. Can't see the speaker. Hang on. But every Monday we invite. Let me set this up. Hold on a second so I can see speakers. Okay. All right, good. So every Monday we're here, and we're here from 6:30 to 7:30. But good evening, everyone, and welcome to No Filter, No Script. We thank you so much for joining us tonight and taking time out of your busy, busy schedule, to be here every Monday night. We so appreciate of you. Before we get started, I want to take a special moment to wish my two very important ladies in my life, happy birthday, which is my daughter, Yvonne. I want to say happy birthday to you. And then I also want to say happy birthday to my sister. So my daughter and my sister share a birthday. So we just want to say happy birthday to you guys. So appreciative of you guys. You're an awesome family member. We just love you. And just so I want you to enjoy your life and do your best. You do your best, everything. We're so happy that you live to celebrate another year, and we wish you many, 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 many more birthdays. So we love you. I hope you celebrate today, and I hope you celebrate well. Now tonight, you are truly, truly, truly in for a treat tonight. I started the room early, opened up the room early, so no one having any issue getting in. I think last week we had some kind of issue getting in. And I did put a password on, and I started putting a password on this because twice in a row, and it was like every other week, somebody came on and they disrupted the meeting. where they were cursing and they were carrying on. So we had to log off. So now I put a password on it to make sure that only the people who we invite are able to come in and able to see the so no interruption. But if you are at least 18 years or older, okay, 18 years or older, this conversation tonight, you cannot afford to miss it. If you need a Zoom link or you need anything, just let us know. I'm not there to send it to you right now, but for the following podcast, I'll be happy to send that out to you. But, I am live on Facebook, so you can log on to my channel on Facebook, or you can log on YouTube and you can find it here. But if you're 18 years and older, you don't want to miss this, because this conversation tonight is going to save you and your family thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. When I heard this, from Miss Jazz, I said, this is just too true to believe. But I trust her, I believe in her. So I'm probably gonna say I'll probably go to the moon with her, but because I know I trust her with my health, and I trust her with everything. So when she told me about Andrea, I said, yes, we have to bring her on. And Andrea and I was doing a little talking before you guys got here. So she has a lot of information to share. But also, once she's finished her presentation, you can ask question. And if we run out of time, because this is only an hour and we're already 10 minutes into it, then what I'm going to do is bring her back on again, to answer questions or just to finish up or whatever it is, because this is so important. It is so near and dear to our heart, that everybody, I'm telling you, if you were born, you're going to need this. Okay, it's almost like it's two things. You were born and you're gonna die. So if you were born, you're gonna need this. So that's why I wanted to make sure that everybody come jump right in and taking notes, and then asking your question. Have your question ready. But make sure that you guys are stay muted. If you can type in the chat and you have a question in the chat, that's fine. I'll answer them inside the chat as well. But I just want to make sure that everyone is getting the value out of it. So I'm gonna have Miss Jazz. Miss Jazz, are you there? Can you hear me? I'm going to have you introduce, okay, Miss
Can you
Miss
hear me? I'm
Andrea.
here.
Yes, go ahead and introduce Miss Andrea and have her get started, okay?
Okay. Hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jacinth Brown. I am a family nurse practitioner, and I truly believe that caring for people extends beyond treating illnesses. It also means helping families prepare for life's unexpected moments. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce someone I not only respect professionally, but I am also proud to call my friend. She is passionate about educating families on the importance of burial assistance and planning ahead, helping to ease the financial and emotional burden that can come during one of life's most difficult times. I believe the information she's about to share is valuable because planning ahead is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to my friend, Andrea Rhule, as she shares her knowledge and expertise with us tonight.
Welcome, Miss Andrea. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please feel free to share your screen. What a warm welcome that is. What a warm
Thank
welcome
you,
it is. We
thank you,
welcome you.
thank
We
you,
welcome
thank
you.
you, thank you so much. As she said, my name is Andrea Rhule, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you for joining with me tonight here to discuss this funeral assistance membership program called Assure for Life. As my father used to say, two things are sure in life: death and taxes. And as I get older, I realize that's so true. So let's just jump into it, and I'll tell you about Assure for Life. And please write down your questions so that I can answer them as when you ask them. What is Assure for Life? Assure for Life is by Protection Plenitude LLC, and they originated out of Colombia, and they are 70 over 70 years, 76 years now. They've been in business. They've been in the United States 21 years. They came here in 2005. What do they do? Assure for Life offers funeral membership assistant program for the coordination of funeral arrangements in the United States and other covered countries. And I'll tell you about the covered countries as I go on. It is unlike insurance. It is not insurance. I repeat, it is not insurance, and it's not a prepaid plan. It does not provide money in your hands should a member on your policy passes away. It works and coordinates directly with funeral homes. It works directly with the funeral home. So if a person passes away, you notify Assure for Life. They communicate and coordinate with the funeral home regarding the burial. You would also work with the funeral home regarding the burial. There are over 2 million, well now 3 million, I was told a couple of weeks ago, that are protected in the United States, the Caribbean, and Latin America. And I'll tell you those countries as I go along. There's over every year they provide this type of care for over 10,000 families every year. And the name is Protection, like I said, Protection Plenitude, because they're out of Colombia. And the program that they offer is Assure for Life. So just like you'd have Nike and you have here Jordan, the name is Assure for Life, but the company is Protection Plenitude. Here are the key benefits for the membership. They offer 24/7 personalized assistant. This is not AI. You're not going to be getting any recording to leave a message. You're going to be speaking with a live person. They're there 24/7. Always available. Who can go on the policy? The policy carries up to 7 members. They do not have to be blood relation at all. The age requirement for the members is from 0 in the belly to 65 years old. The policyholder must be between the ages of 18 and 65. I repeat, the policyholder must be between the ages of 18 and 65, but the members can be between 0 and 65. That is for the 7-member plan. Also, on the 7-member plan, you have the benefit of bringing your parent, 2 people that are ages 80 years old and under. So 66 to 80, you can put your mother, you can put your father, you can put your spouse, you can put your partner, but only 2, the maximum of 2. Another great thing about Assure for Life is you don't need any medical. Never any form of medical required. The international coverage is in the United States. There is 47 states that they're not in, and I'd say 47 because Texas is on hiatus right now. The 2 states that they're not in period is North Dakota and Michigan. They were in Texas, but at this time they're not. They're on hiatus is what I was told. I don't know. Don't have any more information on that part. And they include Puerto Rico, Latin America, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and Haiti. So the 3 countries in the Caribbean, or I should say islands in the Caribbean, is Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and Haiti. So if you have members in there, you can put them on the policy. The only requirement is that the policyholder must reside in the United States in one of those covered states. They cannot be in Texas at this time. They cannot be in Michigan, and they cannot live in North Dakota to be on this plan, to be with this Assure for Life program. And I'm going to get around to what do they do? Like I said, there are no medical exams. What are the pre-existing conditions? Because there are. If you're on cancer with chemotherapy, I repeat, cancer with chemotherapy. If you have a brain tumor, you cannot be on the policy. If you are on dialysis, you cannot be on the policy. However, if you have a kidney transplant and you're no longer on dialysis, you can be on the policy. If you have a terminal illness, you cannot be on the policy. Now you say, okay, so what happened after I get off get on the policy, Andrea, and this happened? You're fine. It's just the day that you sign up, you're not supposed to have any of these illnesses. Again, there's no medical exam. So I assume that they go by what the death certificate says, from what I was told. There is no cash out because this, again, is not an insurance policy, and they do coordinate with the funeral home directly. If you're the policyholder, and say, for instance, a member passes away in Jamaica and you got to fly there, you, the policyholder, Assure for Life pays your return ticket. Nobody else get that privilege. If the policyholder cannot go, nobody else can get that privilege. That's only for the policyholder. And that's a round trip airfare. I gave you the areas in the United States where they are. So now let me tell you where they are in Latin America. So if you know anyone from Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, which is where they originate from, Ecuador, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Uruguay, and Venezuela. If you are in this area in Latin America, because I think that's all of Latin America, you can benefit from this plan. Only requirement, the policyholder must reside in the United States. Nobody else needs to reside in the United States, just the policyholder. And that, I think that's amazing. And of course, in the Caribbean, Haiti, Jamaica, and Dominican Republic. Okay, I'm going to tell you now about what they do after a person passes in the United States. What are the benefits? So if a person reside in the United States and they're going to be buried in the United States, Assure for Life will pay for the embalming. They go as far as cremation in America and Puerto Rico, only up to cremation. Meaning that if you want to bury the person in the ground here, you would need to pay for the burial costs. You'd pay for the cemetery costs rather, which is digging the grave and stuff like that. And in that sense, now they would provide up to a casket. But if you're going to do cremation, they take care of the entire cremation and they give you an urn. If, say, somebody passes away in Florida and they want to fly to New York to be buried, they will fly the body there. If it's vice versa, New York and stuff like that, they will, sorry about that. Oh, Lord. Sorry. Sorry about that. If they want to do from New York to Florida, they'll do the same thing because they're covered in New York as well. Georgia, same thing, any other covered state, but they'll only go one way, just one way. If the policyholder wants to fly there, yes, they'll pay for that. But that's what they'll do. For the viewing, they'll pay for up to 4 hours of viewing here in the United States. That's what they do in the United States and Puerto Rico. They do not take care of the burial in the cemetery. They go as far as casket. You pay for the rest. Now let's talk about the Caribbean and the other countries. This is where it's interesting. They will take care of the embalming if it's required, and they will pay the plane fare for the body to be shipped to the covered country. They will pay for the hearse to pick up the body from the airport to the funeral home, whichever one you're working with. And again, they'll pay for the policy or the plane fare. They will pay for the burial plan that you have with the burial package, funeral package that you have with the funeral home. They work closely with the funeral home of your choice because they're not in Jamaica per se as a business, as a building. They work with you and who you choose to work with. As long as the funeral home is willing to work with them, they will work with the funeral home. And I think that's amazing. And they pay for the burial. They pay to put you in the ground. They will pay for the burial spot that you purchase in that you choose in Jamaica. So if somebody passes away here, because I know some people, they go home because they don't want to die here. But if they end up passing away and they're on the program, everything is taken care of. Every single thing for the burial. They're not going to pay for your setup because that's just your choice. You know, we have set up a 9 night in Jamaica. I don't know if other Caribbean countries does that. They don't pay for that. But everything that's pertaining to the burial, they take care of, which is amazing. And that's worry-free and stress-free.
You can't share your slides if you want to, you know.
Yeah, that's so true. I forgot about that. Put you over here. One moment. Here we go. Let me get back to my Zoom. Let me share my screen so you all can see it. Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
But I can connect. You can see it?
Yes.
Everybody can see?
Nice and
Okay.
big.
Okay, awesome. So let me see where I'm at now. Okay, so this is where I was for the national, which is America, and I told you about the assistance here and Puerto Rico. The states that are included is Michigan and North Dakota and now Texas. Now the thing is, people in Texas who had the plan before it went on hiatus, they're still covered.
Mhm.
So that's good. But at this time, they're not taking anybody until further notice. The expatriation to Latin America, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Jamaica with the body there now. Let's deal with the fact that you passes away in the island in Jamaica or any one of those covered countries. They take care of the entire funeral, including embalming, whatever the funeral package you choose. Because remember, there's no monetary money given to the family of the deceased. No monetary, just work with the funeral home. So whatever you work with the funeral home, Assure for Life pays them. And the reason why there's no monetary amount on there is because of inflation. Because what somebody had to pay even 2025 for a funeral is more expensive now because of inflation and all of that. So that is, to me, is a big plus. So you being on this program, you don't have to worry about anything. Now, I had to inquire because my brain works very fast and I'm always thinking of scenarios. So I asked them, what if somebody in Haiti is visiting Jamaica and they pass away? Would their body be shipped back to Haiti? They said no. They said no. Only from America. That's the only hub they would they would send a body from America. No, so even if you're covered and you're covered from Jamaica and you're in another country that is covered by them and you pass away, Assure for Life will not send your body back to Jamaica. They will not. What else is there? Let's see. And they have an 800 number that you can call. And for the funeral emergency, this is the number 888-815-5817. And I promise you, by the second ring, they answer. Most of the time when I call customer service, I'm not gonna lie, they will tell you, oh, press 1 and they'll call you back and blah, blah, blah. When I call this number, 815 number, they answer on the second ring, at least the second ring or the first ring. So I usually use that to my advantage. Now, one second. Okay. Now we're talking about the cost. There are 6 states where if you're in that state, you get a discount. And the states are Florida, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Puerto Rico, and California. I'm going to repeat that again. Florida, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Dominican Republic, and California. Those 6 states, you pay $75 per month, which work out to be $900 per year for the benefit plan for the 7 members. For the other states, it's $85. And here I'm showing you the plans, the rates, and the conditions. A family member of one, just one person that says, oh, you know what? I don't want to be on anything with anybody else. I just want to pay for myself. If you're not in those 6 states, you pay $30. If you're in one of the 6 states I just mentioned, you pay $25, and you must be between the ages of 18 and 65 and must reside in the United States. One more important thing, there is no immigration status to this. They don't care if you're here straight or not. There is nothing whether or not they don't ask for your immigration status. For a family of 2 members, both must be under 65 years old. For the regular states, it's $50 per month. For the special rate, for those 6 states I mentioned, it's $40 per month. For the 7 members, $85 per month at the regular states and rate, and special states, the rate is $75 a month. And again, like I said, it covers 7 people, and the maximum 2 can be parent, partner, and up to 80 years old. Silver. Now, this is for over 65 to 70, 66 to 70, 75. So if your age is 66 to 75, you can pay for the regular state $60 a month, $50 for the special rate. Again, ages 66 to 75. Only on the 7-member plan can you be 80 years old, and you must be a parent, partner, or spouse. Silver for the 2 members, $85 per month, $75 a month. So if you notice, the silver members are paying the same as the 7 members. And again, if you have 2 people here, additional person can be 0 to 75 on the silver 2-member plan. All plans include a one-time enrollment fee of $30. With all plan includes a one-time enrollment fee of $30. And here again are the states that I mentioned, the 6 states: Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, California, and Puerto Rico. The annual plan pricing, $900 for the 6 states. The family, all other states, is $1,020 because it's $85. For the silver plan of just 1 member, $600 a year. Silver plan for 2 members, $900 a year. Silver plan for 1 member in other states, $720. For 2 members, $1,020 in the other states as well. And I can understand why, I can understand the silver plan, because some people are over the 65 years of age and they're under, or, they're 75 and under. but they don't have any family members maybe to put them on the 7 plan. And even if they do, they're not a parent or, other circumstances, they can do the silver plan. What's the waiting period? And this is very important. Accidental death, violence, or suicide, coverage begins 3 business days after the first payment is made. So if you pay today, your 3 business day would be Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. God forbid something should happen to one of the members, by Saturday, they're covered. Natural causes, of course, illness, age, etc. It's 180 days. 180 days. So that's 6 months after the first payment, and you're covered. And again, here are what they say about the illnesses. Terminal illness, you're undergoing dialysis, cancer, active treatment at the time of enrollment. Active treatment. That's very important. And brain tumor. Again, if someone is enrolled and is later diagnosed with any of these conditions after their enrollment, they are fully covered. The only exclusion is to the condition that exists at the time of signing up. So that's very important to know. And of course, I gave you the 888 number to contact them. And I'm not even going to go into the comparison with the life insurance versus funeral arrangement or and Assure for Life, because they do not compare. They do not compare. Because with the funeral pre-arrangement, it depends on the provider. Assure for Life, you just make one call because they're a member on the policy. So I am willing to take questions. I think I've did this presentation as thoroughly as I think I can based on what I have. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them.
Okay, connectors, it's your turn. You may open up your mic and speak, and if you cannot do that, please type it in the chat.
I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay,
I have a question.
go for it.
What if you have 7 people on your plan and one person passes away?
Excellent question. They can replace them. You can replace that person, the member, at the anniversary of your policy. So if your policy was today, July 13th, and somebody passes away next week, you can replace them next year, July 13th, 2027. And before somebody else asks you the question, what if the policyholder passes away? Because I asked a question. If the policyholder passes away, anybody on that plan, that's the only time somebody in Jamaica or any other country can step up to be the policyholder. Anybody on that plan between ages 18 and 65 can now step in and said, I'm going to be the policyholder. Again, that's the only time when they don't have to be in America because they're already on the policy.
What is the best way to sign up for this? Who would the connectors reach out to in order to get started?
Well, this is between you and Dr. Jazz.
Okay.
Right? So whoever is interested, or if they bring on people on here, they can go back and talk to the person that brought them on to get the link to sign up.
Okay, so Dr. Jazz would send the link out for each person to sign up.
If they need to, yes.
Hmm.
Another thing that came to my mind. So let's say someone right now, today is 80 years old, and tomorrow they're going to be 81. For them to be on the plan, they have to sign up today before midnight
Mhm.
to be on the plan because they are on the plan today at 80. Then if they reach 100, 150, they're still covered.
And that's just on the plan. That's not the policy holder.
Not the policy. The policyholder can only be 18 to
65,
65. Yes.
18 to 65.
Yeah, but the members, yeah.
I have
But
a
when I say
question.
80, go ahead.
My question is this: you said that they pay for the funeral package. Is there a limit to how much
No,
that package?
there is no limit. You would work with, and that's for the Caribbean islands and well, here as well. You would work with the funeral home to choose your package. Then the funeral home would send the package that you choose to Assure for Life.
Okay, and they don't care how much I.
From what I know, they don't care because I don't know if Marcia is on here. She was calling me, but she's in the UK. She was the one that was calling me. I think she's supposed to jump on, but she lost her mother. This is why I believe in this. Because when I signed up in 2020, I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical, but I said, you know what? Let me put my family in there just in case, just to be on the safe side. And I signed up on the 16th of December. She signed up in March 2nd, and I want you to mark that date, the 2nd of March. She signed up. Marcia had COVID in the UK. She went over to the UK and ended up having COVID. She was in coma for 2.5 weeks. She almost passed away. Her mother died 2 weeks after she got out of the coma in Jamaica. The mother, she's in the UK, of course, can't travel. The mother is in Jamaica, she passed away from COVID. On the 3rd of September, 2021, that was 181 days. That's one day after the policy inception because she died of illness and she was covered. And what I do know, because I was a liaison there, and after we made contact with the funeral home, a family member went, chose the package, sent the packages to Marcia. She chose what she wanted for her mom, sent it back to the funeral home. They sent it back. They sent it to Assure for Life. Within 10 days, they wired Assure for Life, wired the check to the funeral home. She lost her brother 15 days later from COVID. 15 days later. And they paid for that as well. And I saw the coffin that they choose because they wrapped the brother's picture on the coffin. Just like when you see a vehicle wrap advertising, that's how they did it. And I was shocked. They paid for it. No
Is there an
problem, no issue.
incentive to sign up people?
I'm I'm sorry, I only here to sign up people.
Is
Sorry.
there an incentive to sign up someone?
Yes, they do have a consultation side of this that I can come back and discuss another time because that's the business part of it. But if you refer someone, Assure for Life send you a check for $25.
Social list says it is taking action in the Collier County neighborhood. Residents who fought for
Frida, can you unmute yourself, Frida? There
Yeah,
you go. All
but
right, good.
okay, but they pay for embalming and cremation,
Yes,
but
in America.
they do not do burials, correct?
They do not do the burial. They'll give you the coffin, but you have to pay for the cemetery plot on your own here
Uh,
in America and Puerto Rico. In the
uh,
Caribbean and the other Latin America countries, they pay for everything
all right, okay.
and sending the body home too.
Okay, you said they pay for the funeral, the coffin. What about the undertaker's cost? Do they cover that?
They cover all the way up to the cemetery. They do not go in the ground.
They do not go in the ground, but they cover everything.
Everything, yes. Because even in and that's an excellent question to ask because in and I'll use Jamaica because that's where I'm from. They also do pay here as well as there. They cover one of the burial certificate.
Mhm.
They pay for a burial certificate.
Okay.
Yeah, just one. I'm
Just
sorry,
one.
not one,
Okay.
the death certificate. I'm sorry,
The
the
death
death certificate.
certificate.
Yeah, that's
So,
what I
but
meant.
the burial certificate would come from the undertaker in the
Yes,
undertaker's cost.
yes.
Okay.
Any other
I would
questions?
I would like to add something. So when I heard about this, I was like, what? Did the due diligence, and I'm like, this is amazing. Because coming from a family of five children, you know how it is. Your parents can raise you, but when it comes to something like death and someone dies, then it's like, who has money from who doesn't have money. And then, everybody got to be scraping up the GoFundMe's that people do and things like that. None of that is needed. My mother personally told me, wherever I close my eyes, if it is not in Jamaica, you send me home. That is very costly nowadays. Very costly. Right now, I have peace of mind knowing my mother told me her wishes. Her wishes is to go back to Jamaica, and she has told me her entire funeral what she wanted, which is a hard discussion because a lot of people don't want to talk about this. When I used to speak to my parents about this, they used to say, "Oh, why do you want to bring this up for? What do you want to bring this up?" But when one of their friends went to Jamaica on holiday and had a massive stroke and died 2 days later, they were talking like birds. I said, now,
Mm-hmm.
if it was you, what would we do? Because that lady who was their good friend, their great friend, called me, the daughter called me, and she said, Jazz, I don't even know my mother's wishes. We never talked about this. You know how Jamaicans are. We don't talk about these things. Okay? Now, that opened my eyes. And at that time, I had a conversation with my parents where they were willing to speak about because of what just happened to their friend. In the event something were to happen to my mom right now, I don't have to say to my sisters and brothers, well, who has this and who has that? And we have to collect money and who's going to pay for this? No, I can literally turn around and say, guys, everything is taken care of.
Here
You guys
off,
just,
right?
yeah, you just need to worry about your tickets. Because when you're mourning, the hardest thing for you to do now is to turn around and figure out where is this fund, where are these funds going to come from? You know? So I think this is an amazing plan. I'm just so grateful that you're able to present this evening, and I hope that people actually understand what you're sharing with them, and so grateful that Miss Viv is recording this
Yeah.
at a later date. This can be played back over and over again in case you didn't understand. So thank you so much, Andrea Rhule. Thank you, and thank you, Miss Viv.
Oh, you're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
That's what we do. We help our connectors find resources that are not going to drain their pockets. And guys, open up your mic. Miss Frida, I think you had your mic unmuted. Yeah, you got some questions, Miss Frida?
Yes, I was just trying to understand the difference because if you have to pay for the plot, it's paying for everything else for the plot. Couldn't that still run you a lot of?
Miss
She's mute.
Andrea, I don't know if you understand her question, Miss Andrea.
No, I did not. She was going in and out.
Right, she was. Stay still, Frida, so we can hear you.
I said that could still run you a lot of money. I mean, I guess because it's saying it seems like it covers everything but the plot itself. So you would still have to figure in the cost of that. Is that not correct?
For you, for the USA, yes.
Okay.
For the USA.
Okay.
Piggybacking
Just
off of
one.
that, I have another question. So if someone here has dies and they're cremated, will they allow you to will they pay for you to take the ashes to
That's a
somewhere else?
very good question. I never thought of asking that question, and I'll find out from them and get back to you.
Sorry
That's
about
a
that.
very good. No, no, no.
Yeah,
Listen, I do scenarios in my head and I call them. But
yeah,
that one I never thought of because in the Caribbean
yeah.
and Latin America, most people don't believe in cremation. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why they did the plan there
Right.
because Colombia, like I said, where this originated from, nobody really does cremation there. We go in the ground. So I will ask a question
Yeah,
and get
people
the
don't
answer for
like it
you. Yeah.
here either, but a few people now are learning that cremation is, you know, something, another choice, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Less
a lot of
expensive.
people, yeah, but a lot of people say they'd like their ashes spread somewhere else, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it
Yeah.
would be nice, like if you knew that they would allow you to pay for you to take your ashes, your family to take
Yeah.
your ashes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
going.
I'll find that out.
Yeah.
Miss Viv,
Yes, I'm going to piggyback.
Marcia,
Go ahead.
yeah, Marcia is on, and I would love for her to share her testimony.
Very good. Okay. All right. Hang
But
on a
go
minute,
ahead.
Marcia.
Mhm.
Before I forget my question. I'm trying to think what question it was. Now, okay. So I heard something about a permit. That you needed a permit to spread the ashes. So would that be something that you got taken consideration if you had to take the ashes back to Jamaica or something like that? Would you
I
have to
would
go?
find that out too. So I'll
Yeah.
get about the ashes. I'll get that answer by tomorrow for you.
Okay. Very good.
Uh,
You said Marcia is Marcia. You said is on.
Marcia, yeah.
Marcia, Marcia, where are you? Can you
I'm here. Hi, Vivian. Hi, everyone.
Okay, now I
Um,
can see you. Okay, very good. Okay.
yeah.
Welcome.
Okay.
Hi. I'm calling for I'm signing in all the way from the UK. So it's like after midnight for me here.
Thank
Um,
you.
but I've known Andrea for a very long while, and just before COVID, I think December 2020, she told me about this plan. And she comes to me with all kind of things that I said, "Child, I can't be asked, right?" And she was on at me. My mom lives in Jamaica, and my mom
And Marcia
was good.
temporarily resides here, so
Yeah,
that it, yeah.
so mom was going to be turning 81 the April of 2021. So the March, I said, okay, let's do this. So I signed up March 2nd,
Second.
2021. Now, I got COVID. I was in a coma for 2.5 weeks. And when I came out of hospital the 17th of August, mom got it on the 31st of August, and she died on the 3rd of September. And what was uncanny is that there is a waiting period of 180 days. My mom died 181 days. So she was covered.
Wow.
So I got mom to the funeral home. They asked me to take, what package I wanted. I did all the things, everything that I think that she would have wanted. Sent Andrea was liaising with them because I got COVID in England.
And
So
couldn't talk much.
and I couldn't talk because of, I was on a ventilator, so it scratched my vocal cords. And within 10 days, they sent the payment to the funeral home. But 15 days after my mom died, my brother died of COVID. He was on the plan as well. So I put my mom, her husband, my brother, and his wife. I put a next door neighbor that my mom said that he was really destitute. If anything happened to him, he would have a pauper's, burial. And because of mom, I put him on. So I put on 6 people that are in Jamaica. And I assure for life, no hassle at all. They they wired the money. I didn't have to spend a penny out of my pocket. Everything was covered. And that's now 5 years. And the value of each of those funerals, I still have not paid in the monthly
Plan.
payments.
Payment plan. And it's three
So,
funeral you did.
and I
Is
did
it?
three. I did three. And this is why, we're being advocates for this because we're tired of seeing so many GoFundMe. Even today, there was somebody
Mm.
on on Facebook, a DJ in Jamaica, they're looking $90,000 to finish paying the funeral home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Andrea and I, we said, what if we could get, the pastors in Jamaica, if the congregation had most people
Mm.
have family in the US. So what if, something happens? What do? We call people in Jamaica call us and say, Mass Tom dead, and we need to, where's the money? How are we going to do this? Now, what if there was the pastor saw this and we had 10 people, say, for example, in the States that would pay for, it would be 7 people each out. 70 people out of the church would be covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can do that as your tithing or whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? At least people will get decent funerals because I did middle of the range and when I saw, because I didn't go to the funeral because I couldn't travel. So I saw it on Zoom. I said, flipping hell, that looks, sorry guys, I'm in British. I said, you know, wow, the coffin looked like a $1 million coffin, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? So it was a decent burial package. So it wasn't just a basic one. So that's my story. And, I've replaced those you can replace. There's 3 people that died off the plan. I've replaced um, other family members like my nephews, their mothers and stuff who these are young kids that if anything happened to their mom, they wouldn't, they're gonna call me anyway. So I've just put them on the plan.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That's really important. I know they understand. I saw somebody that was in our group chat about a few weeks ago. Somebody passed away in Jamaica, and funeral is expensive. So, of course, you got to find money, to send to, bury them back home. So, not that everyone in the family is gonna get to go on it, but at least you can save some people. You can't save all the people, but at least you can save some of them. Money. I think I saw somebody else had their hands up before Marcia was speaking. Can you put your hands up again or let me see who you are? Or if not, you can easily open up your mic and speak.
Yeah, I have a question. The participants, not the policyholder, do they get a certificate?
What do you mean? A
Yeah.
certificate?
The
For the
participants in the group, in the 7,
Oh, in the
the
7 group.
yes,
Oh, the
not
owner
the
of the
policy
policy.
holder,
Right.
because I
She's
know
talking.
the policy holder holds the policy, but
Right.
the participants in that particular group, do they get a certificate?
Or
no,
get some kind of document or something.
Yes.
no, the policyholder just get that plan on there because the policyholder know who they put on there. They don't give individual members. That would be the policyholder duty now to probably copy that policy and give each member so they
Okay.
know they're on there.
Oh, I
Right.
see.
A
So
copy.
Yeah.
each member can call the company if they have a death, they can call. Is that correct? They don't have to go to the policy holder to get in touch with the company.
They can call, but they're going to ask who is the policyholder.
Yes, that I understand, but
Yeah.
they can call themselves to report their deaths.
They can
don't
call
have to
themselves to
go to the
report the death.
policy
Yeah.
holder.
They can call to report the death, yes.
Okay, all right.
Any other
Because
question? Go ahead. Go ahead.
even some a lot of like the policy that I have, I think beside my mom and I want my best friend in Jamaica, nobody else knows on it. I just put them on. I got my daughter on there. She don't know nothing. I have other family members out there, and I haven't said anything to them.
You just put
about
them
it.
on.
I just put them on. And you can have up to 3 policies. The only thing is that the policyholder, you as a policyholder, if you have 3 policies, only one can have your name that's going to be active. The other 2 policies, only the members will benefit from there because you can't die twice.
Right.
You understand? So, yeah, but you can have up to, because I plan to do 2 more because my family is huge and everybody's coming to Andrea Rule because I'm federal savings and loan.
So you're saying that you can have more than one policy, as in you can have one policy, you have 7 people on it, Andrea, and then you can take out another policy and you have 7 people on it, and you can take out another policy and have 7 people on it. Is that what you
Yes.
said?
Yes,
Okay.
it's just that I will be the policyholder on all 3, but only one will be active with my name.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, but you
I'm
can take
sad that we can't die twice to get paid.
I have a question. Good night. I have a question.
Good
Go ahead and
night.
ask your question, my dear. Go ahead.
Hi. Good night,
It's a
everyone.
joke. That's a joke.
And who's talking? Who's talking? Say your name because I can't see who's talking.
I'm Dr. Denise.
Hi, Dr.
Hi,
Denise.
Dr.
Welcome.
Denise.
I am Vivian's friend in real estate.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
since you are the federal bank for your family and you're taking out so many policy, which is really honorable that you're sewing into these families, what if you, as the policy holder, passed away?
Then
Can somebody else be elected to be a policy holder, or does it
yes.
die with you?
Yes. No,
No.
don't die with her.
No, it don't die with you. Anyone on that policy, or you weren't here for the entire thing. So if the policyholder passes away, and let's say everybody else that you have on there is not in America, only the policyholder is in America, which is the main requirement. Anybody in Jamaica, as long as they're between the ages of 65, can jump up and be the policyholder now. That's the only time a policyholder can represent the policy outside of the United States of America. But on all policies, it's mandatory that the policyholder be in the United States.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So any other questions?
Yeah, am I
Yes,
understanding
Miss
it right?
Babe. Okay,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Miss
Joyce. Go ahead,
Joyce.
Miss Joyce, and I'll
All
go
right.
after.
The question is, you have to be between 18 and 65 to open a policy.
Correct.
So like me, I can do that.
May I ask how old you are?
76.
Okay. Ooh. So even on the silver policy, you wouldn't be able to get on there because to open one on your own because
Right.
you're 76. But here's the, do you have daughters that are between 18 and 65?
Yes.
Okay, so they can open the policy and put you on because now you're between the ages of 67 and 80. You can be on their policy.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
But it would be one of your children who can put you on the policy.
I got you now. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But if
That's good.
something happens to that child, you could not become the policy holder because of your age, right?
No,
Right.
you can be the policy holder because you're on the
You can?
policy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Oh,
All right.
You're already on the policy.
okay.
I see.
So the requirement, the age requirement is through the window because you're already on the policy.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
One more question.
Go ahead.
If you live in the United States and you plan your funeral in Jamaica, would they pay for it then, your burial and everything in Jamaica?
Yes.
So that's a way around it, right?
So let me get you clearly. You pass away in the United States or you pass away in
Yeah,
Jamaica?
you pass away in the United States.
Yeah, they'll send the body home. They'll pay for that.
And they'll pay for the burial there.
Yes, ma'am. All the way into the grave.
All right. So that's what everybody needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, yes, that's why Dr. Jazz was saying that, people don't have to rush to go home anymore if they're on this plan. Because some people went home, because I know people right now who went home and said, I know it's expensive. I'm going home to die. So they're in Jamaica now, but here you are, you can live for as long as you want. And when you pass away, because you're on the plan, they send you home.
Yeah. Okay.
Great question.
Interesting stuff. Okay, thank you.
And that's why I
So
said people don't want to miss this, you know, because this is really important to ask, get your questions answered.
Hi, Miss Viv. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening. Who's speaking? Introduce yourself.
This is Shelley-Ann Thompson. Unfortunately, I wasn't here from the beginning. I'm not feeling well, but the
Sorry to
gist of
hear
my
that. You're you're coming live from Jamaica, right?
right.
All
So
right.
I live in Jamaica and I'm currently in Jamaica. So please forgive me if this question was answered. What I want to find out is what if the person retired in Jamaica? So they were living in America, American citizen, and they have now retired in Jamaica, and they're still a citizen of the US. Can they take out the policy? And they're under the age of 65.
When they're under the age of 65, they
Yeah,
live
and
in Jamaica. They have a social.
yes, because I do know a lot of Jamaicans who migrated and they have now retired in Jamaica.
Yeah, but they still have access to the United States because they're still citizen here. Where is their home?
Correct.
Here. Where did they used to reside? Here.
Here, but they may not have a home in America anymore because they would have sold it and moved back to Jamaica. But they may have children in the USA, but they may not necessarily want the children to be the policy holder. So I want to know if they are currently living in Jamaica and have retired in Jamaica, if they can be the policy holder.
I will get an answer for that.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's a
see
good
why
question.
not, but I will get an answer for that one.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
just
great
a,
question.
Yeah.
just as if somebody has retired, but they have decided
Right.
to retire in Jamaica. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
that's a great
welcome.
question. Yeah.
That's
In
a
Because a
other
great
lot of
words,
people
they don't have a US address.
address any longer.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
Because that's what they require mainly, a US address.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. All right, guys, it's 7:32. If you don't have any more questions, I'd like anyone that wants to introduce themselves and say where they're listening from, or if they have any advertisement, any events that is going on and things like that. Feel free to open up your mic and speak. It is 7:33.
Hi, Viv and Connectors. This is Michelle Johnson. How is everyone tonight? It's good to see everyone. I did have one question. I know we're a little bit over, so I want to be respectful for the time, and I was in and out. But for clarity for myself, and maybe this help others, this plan, Andrea, is basically for um, uh, Jamaicans and Caribbean and folks that have family in the homeland that will basically pay for those, because it'll pay only from the death to the burial if they are in those respective countries, because it won't pay in America. So if they die in America, then it'll pay for everything except the burial. Is that correct?
In America, yes.
Okay, so
But
it's advantageous basically for us living here, Caribbean folk, Latin folk are here and have loved ones there, because we'll know they'll be paid for from death to burial.
exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, great. So that would be the advantage as opposed to getting an insurance policy, basically. That's the main
Absolutely,
advantage.
yes.
Okay,
Because
got it.
my mom had she had a term life and thought it was whole life. She had it through Primerica. And that woman paid and paid and paid and paid and paid and paid. And then in 2020, she was told, oh, she has to take out a newer policy and it would be way more money because of her age. And that's when I found out about Assure for Life, and I'm like, to heck with them. Let's do this,
Yes.
because it's not like you're leaving any money for any children. Your oldest child is married with her two
Right.
children. This is what you're going on. She want to go to Jamaica, she covered. She want to be buried here, she covered.
Awesome. Thank you for clarifying that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And Michelle, you can introduce yourself and say what you do.
Thank you, Viv. You're such a great connector. Some of you may know me. I'm a banker by trade, a business development officer for a community bank in Winter Park, Florida. I'm also an insurance agent specializing in Medicare. So we have open enrollment coming up here soon, October 15th, for those who are in the Medicare Advantage and are wanting to change plans, or those turning 65 but need to get a plan. I will be your girl to speak with, and I'll be a speaker in the next month or so. And I thank Viv for just providing this platform for great resources.
You're welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else wants to introduce himself?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is Frida Chambers. I'm a retired soldier and I am a broker associate with Vivian. I'm the media past president of Women's Council, and I am also a private money lender. I am going to be bringing a speaker. I'm trying to confirm his schedule because he's a nationwide speaker, to see if I can get him on the call for next Friday so he can explain to people how private money can help us. Because for a lot of people who are 1099ers, independent workers, they may not qualify for traditional bank loans. So I will be able to let Vivian know hopefully by tomorrow if I can get him on here so he can explain to people how it works and see if it can help us. But my goal is to help anybody who needs help. And we try to turn neighborhoods one house at a time to where we can all afford to be our own landlords. Thank you.
That's right. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much for joining. Anyone else that wants to introduce himself and any events that they have coming up? We skipped the luncheon for this month. It's kind of hectic, but we will get started again in August. And it's going to be at the Ocho Rios restaurant. We're going to be there. I'll get the flyers out and get the flyers into the group. Please remember, any information that you have that is good for the group, please post it inside the group chat so everyone will have access to any information. And if you guys have any more questions about this, you can also post it inside the group as well. Andrea is inside the group as well, and Miss Jazz is in the group, so you guys can post it inside the group. But any information that you need, remember, whatever information that you find, you know, that can help us, we so inclined for you to be able to share it and stuff like that. As Michelle says, I'm the connector. I connect people with people, and I send out a lot of referrals, and that's what I expect everyone to do. If you don't send referrals, you can still post whatever information. Right now they're doing where they're going to be voting on the tax exemption in the state of Florida. If it goes on, it should go on the ballot. So if up to 125,000, if 2027 and then up to 250 in 2028, if it does pass it with 60% of the vote. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you guys are well versed in that and know how you're going to vote. I don't pursue anyone to vote any way they want to vote. You just have to know that you have to take care of yourself and your family, just like how this insurance plan is to take care of yourself and your family, to make sure that you're not paying out your pocket. Because as in real estate, there's a few cash cow, and one of them is insurance, of course, but another one is making nursing home, and then storage unit, and all of those things are just cash cow where they're just bleeding money. Same thing with funeral home. They bleed money out of you. Okay. Money that you don't have because funerals are so expensive. So that's why I wanted to bring Andrea on, so she can explain this to you, answer your question and stuff like that. But, she's not going anywhere. If you guys have questions, please feel free. Remember, we are connectors and we are a connector of community of connectors. So that's what we do. We help each other. I think I heard a hand go up. Did I hear a hand go up or anything?
Yeah, that's me, Miss Vivian.
Who
Marcia
that?
here.
Marcia. Okay.
Marcia. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm having a webinar on Wednesday. Why now is the time to invest in Jamaica? And I have a developer that has a development in St. Mary's, the Gates of Edgehill, and they will be on the webinar talking about their development. And I will also be having a mortgage broker as well, just how
Okay.
to apply for mortgages in Jamaica.
Okay, you can share our group. You can join our group. I think I'm not sure if I saw somebody add you in here, but please feel free to share the information in the group.
Okay. All right.
We'd be happy
I'll
to
have it.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
brilliant. Thank you
Miss
so
Andrea,
much.
Miss Maureen was asking, I think she might have missed that. She's asking, what is the cost of this insurance and what is the name of the insurance company or the name of the insurance?
Okay,
So
so
it's
the name of the insurance company is called Protection Plenitude. The funeral assistance membership program that they offer is called Assure for Life. The cost in this, there's 6 states where you get a special discount of $10 per month. And the states are Florida, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Puerto Rico, and California. Those 6 states, you pay $75 a month, 900 a year. And you can pay semi-annually or annually to those programs for the policy, and quarterly as well, quarterly, annually, and annually. I recommend pay semi-annually. For the other states, it's $85 per month or $1,020 per year. There is a fee of $30 for registration. Sometimes they waive that fee. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have specials, because last month I registered 4 people and they didn't pay that $30 because they had a special going. But every month they do run specials.
okay. They're asking, are you able to share that information in the chat? And they're also asking for a website.
Oh, the website is assureforlife.com.
Yeah.
www.assureforlife.com.
Okay.
It is a company where you have to sign up under consultants like me, and I think there are a few consultants on here, Marcia, Dr. Jazz, Dr. Nicole.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let's Dr. Jazz, what you can do is post your information in there. So since you were the one that brought
brought this to the
Andrea
radio
on,
station, right?
right, you can share your information and then you can get with everyone else to get them registered, whosoever it is that wants to get registered. We'll do it that way.
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
So you're not they're not directly just calling the company and and then speaking to them, because if you call the company and speak to them, of course they're the one that takes the referral. But if it's you that's doing it, then of course you get the referral.
That
So
is correct.
Miss Jazz, you go ahead and post your information in there, and then you will get a chance to talk with everyone that needs to get signed up on it. Okay.
Okay,
Alrighty,
all right.
everyone.
I wanted to,
Motorola had your hand up.
that's me. I don't know why I'm showing up as Motorola, but it's me.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Okay. So, all right. If no, go ahead.
For those of you who know me as Jazz, Dr. Jazz, I have a business called Tree of Life Infusion and Wellness. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to collaborate with Viv and Miss Andrea for this tonight, because the purpose of my business, Tree of Life Infusion and Wellness, is to assist you to live well. So what we're doing tonight goes beyond living. So our goal is to take care of you from head to toe. And it's time for us to all live a healthier life. Okay. What Andrea is presenting tonight, we want you to live a healthier life. But when the time comes, that is also a part of living a healthier life, because it gives peace of mind to you and your family members, takes the stress away from you. And the less stress you have, the better life you live. I just want to let you know that we do specialize in, if you have issues with hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, you're trying to lose weight naturally. We have a herbal tea line. We do wellness exams, natural pain relief, natural vitamins, IV infusions, hydrations, IV iron, everything 100% natural. You can always give us a call. We are at www.treeoflifeinfusion.com. And our number is 689-287-7879. Of course, all of this will be posted in the chat.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that. So then everyone can get
Okay.
it.
And
Where is
post your
Miss
email
Rahul
address so they can
residing?
reach out to you for the Assure for Life to sign up for their policies.
Miss Andrea, where are you located?
I'm in Sanford, Florida.
Okay, Sanford, Florida. Connectors. So she's not far away. Okay. So any other information, just
And
post it in the chat. We can communicate from there.
yeah.
All right.
And if they have any questions, they can call me at 321-466-1515.
So 321.
466 1515.
1515. Okay, I used to have a
Yeah.
phone number like that.
Yeah.
1515. But anyway, connectors, as we wrap up tonight, I so thank everyone for joining and carry on a conversation. Everyone, please give Miss Andrea a round of applause for all that great information she and Miss Jazz. I look forward to
Thank you.
you guys coming back on and sharing some more information. Remember, we still have more spots that are available, whosoever it is that want to speak. Anyone that wants to speak, feel free. All you have to do is tell me what day you want to speak and what you want to speak about. And then, of course, I'll just go ahead and book you because we have to carry on a conversation every Monday. Every Monday, we have to carry on a conversation. So I need lots of
Awesome.
people coming on and speaking. I so appreciate you guys and thank you guys for joining. And I look forward to connecting with you guys again next Monday at 6:30. Okay?
Miss
Everyone?
Vivian, I would like to probably lock in Monday because if Donna can't come, I think I might could get someone else that can come. The person that's for the legal person. I will get with you tomorrow if that's possible.
Just message me and then I'll let you know, and then I'll book the date. Okay, sounds good. I look
Okay.
forward to
Thank
hearing
you.
from you tomorrow. Take care, everyone, and thank you so much for
Have a
joining.
good evening.
Thank
too.
you.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Evening. Thank